Hi, I'm Mike Motterim, the account manager at Fortifi, and in this video I'm going to take you through creating traffic block policies. Traffic blocks can be used when you want to block traffic from a specific source type. For instance, you might have unsupported devices or countries where your product is not offered, and as such you don't want to accept leads, acquisitions, downloads from your publishers for those types of device or country, because ultimately those cannot lead to a sale and you don't want to be paying commission on those action types. So with traffic blocks, you can define to block any traffic that your publisher sends you from those particular types of device or country or any other filters that you define. So to get started, in Fortifi, click on the publisher that you want to create your traffic block for. And within here, click on Policies. We can see traffic blocks in the navigation menu on the left hand side, and if we click here we get a little bit of info about what traffic blocking is and how it can be used, and then we can click on Create Traffic Block. So we have a few options to define within our traffic block. First of all, we can set any different brands should we have more than one in our organization. We can then define whether we're going to block traffic for particular campaigns or all campaigns for this publisher. I'm going to leave mine set to all for the moment. You can also define any SID 1, 2 or 3 information in those campaigns that you want to block traffic for. This is helpful if the publisher is passing through the device type, for instance, in one of these SID fields. You can use that as your trigger to say we're not going to allow this traffic. You can then define the action. In this case, I've only got click or blog. These are the two actions I have available in my traffic. But obviously in your organization, you may have some different actions available there. You can define which action you're going to block with this block policy. I'm going to block all of my click actions from all campaigns. And you can then define whether it's from all countries, certain countries, all platforms, certain platforms, etc, etc. So I'm going to set this to only be blocking any clicks from Australia. There we are. Now I can define the platform. It might be that I want to block smartphones because I'm not providing software for smartphones, or maybe I'm only providing an application and therefore I can't run that on desktops, so I want to block desktops. So we can define our platform, and then you optionally can put in a browser, language or operating system here, which will allow you to define traffic blocks for those specific criteria. You can give this a description. This is internal and just for your benefit so that you all know what this traffic block is used for. And then you can put in a redirect URL. So I'm just going to redirect any traffic that is sent from this publisher that is from Australia and is a click type of traffic to Google. It just means that rather than the traffic just being stopped dead, it is redirected onto a site so that customer gets a better end result. And I can optionally enter in a block message. The block message will appear to the customers who have hit this traffic block and are being redirected to Google. It's helpful for you to put in some information such as if this is about maybe the operating system, you know that they've hit this policy because their operating system does not match what you allow. So in that instance you can put in we do not support Mac OS, for instance. In my case, I've set this to be a traffic block on any click from Australia. And this is because we don't support Australia at this time. So I'm just going to put in my block message. This just means that these customers will get a nice message to explain why they're being redirected away from a website that they've clicked on, and it's because you don't support their particular instance at this time. So I'm going to click on Create Block, and that's created my traffic block policy. We can see here it's for the country of Australia, the action of click, and I've got my block message and redirect URL, and I can edit any of these at this point as well. And if I click back on policies now, we can see that it's for the action of click, where the country is Australia. It's going to redirect to Google with a message. So that's it. That's how to create traffic block policies against publishers. how to define those with added filters to make sure that you are blocking the specific traffic that you're not able to support, and optionally to give them a redirect message and a redirect URL. Thanks very much for watching this video. If you found it helpful, please click on the like button. Please click on the subscribe link to be notified every time Fortifi uploads a video. We're regularly putting up new help guides and tips and tricks. Please also follow us on social media by searching Fortifi.